Well, the Packers got absolutely thumped by the Saints 38-3 in week 1. The offense wasn't good. The defense couldn't get Jameis Winston off the field. The question we have going forward is this some kind of fundamental systemic flaw that's going to see the Packers have this run of good seasons they've been on come to an end, or will it wind up being a blip? We're going to look at some film, and maybe we can make some decisions for ourselves. Let's start by looking at that defense. So it's not like Jameis Winston killed the Packers via the air, at least not until he reached the red zone, but these kinds of breakdowns happened early and often. We'll run it back and watch it from the press box. You'll see a cover 2 look at the snap and watch Marquez Callaway in the slot. Watch the nickel corner, Shandon Sullivan, actually point when he sees Callaway break his route in. Watching 2 guys double-team the immortal Ty Montgomery on a go route, it seems pretty clear that Sullivan thinks strong safety Adrian Amos is supposed to be there to pass Callaway off to, and he is not. Want to see this happen to the Packers again in the red zone? The play that basically ended the game, Chris Hogan will score a touchdown out of the slot. Once again, watch Shandon Sullivan on him, and at the snap, watch Sullivan point again. There it is. He's again expecting to pass Hogan off to someone else. In this case, I can't really tell who he thinks should have Hogan. I guess it's free safety Darnell Savage. Both Savage and linebacker Devondre Campbell bite on Winston, maybe running, and Hogan is comically wide open for the game-clinching score. Confusion like this doesn't speak particularly well of new defensive coordinator Joe Barry, who is replacing much maligned Mike Pettin. Now, that kind of problem is hopefully fixable if you're a Packer fan, but this kind of problem might not be. It's a 55-yard touchdown to Deontay Harris, and it certainly was salt in the wound. The score was already 31-3 at this point, but it illustrates something Packer fans, I think they've known for a while. Kevin King isn't that good. He plays corner opposite one of the best in the game, Jair Alexander, and teams are going to pick on King. They usually do. You'll see this isn't a complicated route combination. The outside man runs a go, the inside man runs an out, and Juwan Johnson is covered. Good job here by Amos. So why is King hedging? Why is he letting Deontay Harris run past him as though he's going to go get the underneath route, which is covered? This could not really be an easier read for a cornerback, and King just whiffs it and lets the Saints pound that final nail in the coffin. This is much earlier in the game, and it's not as egregious, but it's also King on Deontay Harris. Like, he's a little fast player, but please don't tell me Deontay Harris is out there breaking ankles with amazing routes. Okay, in this case, King is worried about the go route, but probably a little too worried. He's guessing. You'll see the moment when he worries Harris might run past him. This is before the touchdown. And King flips his hips and starts to go too, but it's too early. You know, he's still running 3 yards ahead of Harris. This feels like King is guessing that it's going to be a go route when in fact it's a deep curl, and King can't unflip his hips. So Deontay Harris, whose cut here is pretty indifferent, he's open by 4 yards. You usually find King on the defensive right side. Here he's on Harris again, and this is a designed flat pass to Alvin Kamara. But watch King try and lay hands on Harris and basically miss, lose him with no help over the top. I mean, I'm not going to criticize Jameis Winston for not throwing it here. It's a positive play to Kamara, a great playmaker. But if he had happened to look at another read, that's 6. Kevin King has been the subject of Green Bay fan ire for a while now and might have walked this past winter, had he been able to get a multi-year deal from anyone, but he wasn't, so he's back on a 1-year deal. This infamous play came with 8 seconds left in the first half in the NFC Championship game last year, and it seems like this has been King's act for a while now. He's a guesser, and he gets burned. This might not get better unless the Packers decide to change away from King and use first-round rookie Eric Stokes. So this play winds up in the newly responsible Jameis Winston throwing an incompletion, but it's a good reflection, really, of what Green Bay's defense has been, and I guess will be going forward. Like a lot of teams in today's pass-happy NFL, we can just go back and look at the schematics of this defense here. It's pretty basic. Cover 2 shell, 4 pass rushers. The goal is not to give up a big play. See if you can get pressure with 4, hope that eventually the offense makes a mistake and you wind up getting off the field. This is now the defensive approach of a lot of teams, but it would help if you could occasionally get pressure with 4, and last week the Packers could not. But if you're going to play 5 defensive backs, and if you're going to play 2 safeties high most of the time, you can't be surprised when this happens. This is the calculated risk that defenses are making these days in the NFL, that we're going to play light and we're going to play back, and you might run on us. And Tony Jones gets a lane and bulldozes for 9. This is a feature. This is not a bug. Making a bet that Jameis Winston won't matriculate the ball patiently down the field and that eventually he'll make a mistake. But when you finally do get the Saints in a 4th and 7, you just have to play better. You can see the different look here, single safety high, and the Saints have trips left and they motion Tony Jones left, and it'll be a well-designed throwback screen to a tight end. And, the other team gets paid too, and sometimes they just out-scheme you in a big moment. But look at Devondre Campbell, number 59. Watch how slow the middle linebacker is. Think about how much faster someone like Devin White or Devin Bush would get there. There are some real personnel limitations in this Green Bay defense. Now, there are also some good players there too. Jair Alexander, very, very good player. Amos and Savage, they're good players. Kenny Clark, good player. Zadarius Smith, good player. Don't understand the unnecessary roughness when he sacked Jameis Winston, but that's neither here nor there. There are good players there, and so there are some systemic issues that I think that can get resolved. There's some talent limitations in that defense that probably won't. Overall, I think they can perform better than they did against the Saints. So when we come back, we'll see if that's also true of the Green Bay offense. All right, week 1 may be over, but the season's just getting started at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. To kick off week 2, DraftKings is giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly when you bet $1 on any game. Get the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Place a bet of $1 on any Week 2 game, and you'll get $200 in free bets instantly. Now, if Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, and it's not available in my state, you can still get huge cash prizes. They're up for grabs all season long at DraftKings with their DFS contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code Harris to get $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. And if you're playing DFS, use the promo code Harris. You'll get a free contest, which is really fun. Promo code Harris this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. So now the Packers offense. I sung Aaron Rodgers' praises all summer long, made him a must-draft kind of guy in fantasy. And this was a terrible performance all around. And once again, we're asking ourselves, is this some systemic problem or could this just be a hiccup? Let's take a look at some film. You want to see a play that worked all year last year? Here's a play that worked all year last year. Play action, tight end Robert Tonyan running across the formation behind the offensive line after the snap and taking it for a big gain. You want to see a dozen of these? Because I really probably could easily show you a dozen of these. It was a bread and butter play all last year for the Packer offense. How about one from the playoffs? Sure. How about one from the playoffs? I mean, not amazing, not revolutionary, but regular success with this play all year long. Now let's watch the Saints absolutely be prepared for it on Sunday. Watch the left defensive end not give a damn about the play action. Watch him reach out and actually touch Tonyan as Tonyan runs by, and watch him get up the field as fast as possible to rush Rodgers with his arm up. Now we'll watch the middle linebacker. Never even a look at Aaron Jones maybe getting a handoff on play action. Stay right in place and then charge after Tonyan when the play becomes obvious. Even if the throw isn't behind Tonyan here and therefore kind of dropped or whatever, it's a bad throw, but if he'd caught it, it would have been a loss. Here it is again. Key players to watch are the right defensive end and the right inside linebacker. The D end does not care about the play action, and he charges at Rodgers with his hand up. And the linebacker, number 53, he's charging after Tonyan with dead certainty where the ball is supposed to go. What wasn't covered very often in 2020, became book on how you defend the Packers in 2021, and now it's going to wind up being Green Bay's job to react against that in their play calling. So, okay, by gosh, the Packers are going to need some other players to catch the ball, not just Davante Adams. How about this number 83 fellow, Marquez Valdes-Scantling? Surely, after the 100th straight training camp of coaches talking up MVS, surely he can pick up the slack with his tremendous size and speed combination that has position coaches drool. So yeah, he fell down on this play we've been showing you, but let's watch it again. Like, why are you stopping? I have a feeling on Monday when the Aaron Rodgers, film session happened, his primary feedback to MVS was, why are you stopping? MVS has a step here. I'm guessing strongly it's an option route where the receiver needs to read where he is relative to the defensive back covering him and break off his route if he's covered deep. In this case, he is not covered deep. This should be a touchdown. You have won your route. Go collect your touchdown. This one winds up looking like a bunch of Packer plays in this game, and to be fair, a lot of Packer plays the past several seasons. You see Davante Adams matched up against Marshawn Lattimore, one of the best corners in the league. At times, Rodgers will absolutely force it Adams' way, but not on this play. There's zone help in the middle of the field, so Rodgers wants someone else to win. So what do we got? Well, we got Randall Cobb here running a shallow cross. It's 3rd and 9, but you could look at your quarterback to see if he wants to throw it to you. Maybe you could run for the first down. You got slow-footed Tunyon behind that, not coming out of his break nearly early enough. You've got MVS charging down to the center of the field with his head down, but he's double covered anyway. And you've got Aaron Jones doing a scramble drill short of the sticks. So as Rodgers rolls out, he doesn't pull the trigger. It is, as it often seems to be, Davante Adams and a bunch of guys. And on days like Sunday, when things are going bad, it doesn't give you a ton of options. But let's not make excuses, and let's be honest, it was also a bad day for Rodgers. This interception was really the backbreaker. Third quarter, you're down 17-3, but you've taken the opening drive of the third quarter all the way down. You're getting pressure. That's not great, you're getting pressure, but this is 2nd and 7. You can live to fight another day, and Rodgers does the thing that Jameis is supposed to do, the thing that Ryan Fitzpatrick does. Jumps up in the air, late over the middle, very poor execution of what he was trying to do. Also just a dumb idea. It's not 4th down, man. It's not worth dying for here, and this crushed the Packers. And by the time we got to this one, it's still 17-3. You're not really totally dead. And it's true that Marcus Williams comes from all the way over across the field to make this pick playing center field. But you tell me, MVS is real fast and he's running as hard as he can. How was he ever going to be fast enough to go get that ball? Rodgers essentially threw it so far that only the defender could catch it. Like, I'm sorry, this is Sanchez territory. This is an awful outing. It was a snowball rolling downhill. The defense let the Saints keep the ball for basically 22 minutes in the first half. One of Green Bay's pet plays, apparently now known across the league, and people are going to defend it. They still apparently don't have any trustable second wideouts, and Rodgers himself simply allowed the situation to make him press, and he truly stunk. A very, very bad day. And so, we're kind of left to wonder, is this who Green Bay is going to be in 2021? I think we've shown you some areas they could get better, especially on defense. We've also shown you some personnel limitations that probably they're not going to get better from. But I have to say that most of those personnel limitations have been here. It's kind of the same team, basically, as it was each of these last 2 seasons when they've made the NFC Championship game. I mean, my tendency is to say Aaron Rodgers is really, really good and usually picks the team up. And just like he said in 2014, relax, and they'll probably wind up being just fine. However, if they don't go out Monday night and put a shellacking on the Lions, it may, in fact, be time to panic. Thank you for watching. We really enjoy making these videos for you. If you like them, it would be lovely if you would like the video and subscribe. Leave us a comment. What do you think about how the Packers look? And we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.